Did that make intimacy feel scary?
Yes. It made you feel like you had to put on hazmat suits to even because sex became so inextricably connected with death and disease and young people today, they don't have any idea, but that's the way it was.
And did you get it, Jonathan? Like that he was experiencing that? Or
I did. I mean, I'm impossibly younger than Simon, as you guys know.
As you mentioned.
But like what
It's sort of like Ruth Gordon and Bud Cort in
Yeah, and we're very Harold and Maude.
Harold and Maude.
Yeah. But so I'm very lucky in that my cohort wasn't, my cohort was affected, obviously, and I know a lot of people who have had it and died. But Simon is like what he went through and what his entire cohort went through is just so horrifying. It's hard to even really understand. And certainly young people today don't understand it. I got it at that age, but I wasn't affected by it in the same way Simon was. And I think it's, at this point, if someone's name comes up, if he says, oh, that's Bill, I say, are they still around? And the answer is inevitably no. Like, nobody is still around. It's shocking. So I think that Simon's certainly written about it a lot, but you're sort of like a war vet almost.
Yeah, Vanity Fair did a thing in the late 80s with this big spread with all these small pictures of all the people who were prominent. These were just people who were prominent who died, and it was like horrifying. And then there were all the people that weren't. 600,000 people, I think, something like that.
Yeah, but when we met, it was a very different time during the plague. It was before combination therapy had emerged, and before there was as much hope as there is today. So I think it certainly colored any gay dude's approach to relationships.
Yeah. How's that made aging feel, Simon, for you?
That's a great question. I never worry about aging. 50, great, bring it on. 55, 60, I was so happy to get to see 60. And I don't have that thing about aging. I love being old. I'm happy. I'm so grateful, and I think every day think of all the people that would have given anything to reach 35, 40, and
30.
So yes, it has. That whole, you open a magazine, it's all age-defying creams and blah, blah, blah. I just think people it's crazy, that whole fear of aging. So lucky to put a life under your belt
And Simon's lucky to have great hair, which is staying fantastic. So that's why I think aging is much easier for him than for others.
It's actually a toupee.
Is it? It's a very nice toupee. Have you felt your age differently as you've gone through different stages of life together?
I never even think about it.
Yeah.
Not really. I think I came in just before this started, before everyone became device obsessed, and I think that we actually have far more in common than I feel with the people I know who are 14 years younger than I am now.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like? I feel like we still have the same frame of
Yeah,
reference.
we actually do. Our college experience wasn't that dissimilar, but now it would be just very different because of communication and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, no, it wasn't that weird. And of course, when I met Johnny, I was in much better shape than he was.
Even though he was rollerblading.
So there's a bit of a bait switch going on there.